Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of the HA Podcast. My name is Coach A. To my side, I got Coach Nick. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's very early. Very early.
He thinks it's very early, but it's really 8:48 a.m., so I'm not sure what he's talking about. Clay, how we feeling?
Ditto, I'm tired.
All right. This is going to be the second podcast with all three of us here. Hope that you guys haven't missed us too much. We definitely missed y'all. Definitely missed talking into the mic and everything. So we have a whole bunch of stuff to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the Prep 250 event happening here on Sunday. Some of our guys are going to be in that event. I think Alex, Jack, a couple more guys are going to be in there. But yeah, let's talk about the Prep 250. Clay, who are some of the people that you're looking forward to seeing, and what can we expect from the Prep 250 event?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be basically accumulation of the top 250 players in the state. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, it's going to be guys like Langston Reynolds, who plays for Colorado Prep. Big name there. Utah Prospects as well. That's a really big club team. So we got Langston Reynolds going over there. Also Brock Mishak, who's another high-level guard in the state. I think Sam Howery's also playing there too, who he actually led the nation in assists last year. Not just for 3A schools, but all schools. He averaged, I think, like 10.4 a game.
Okay.
And then, so you're just getting top guys in the state. And there's going to be D2, D3 schools going. And, basically it's a great showcase for a lot of people that may not have that opportunity. Beforehand they may have not had that opportunity to showcase their skills. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yo, that's pretty dope. Let me ask Nick specifically. Did you get chances like this when you were growing up playing like high school ball? Did you get a chance to go to a showcase, anything like that?
I definitely had the chance to. I never took the opportunity to do it, and I wish I would have. But there's definitely like tournaments and showcases and stuff that I got invited to. I just never went because personally I never thought I was gonna compete, but looking back I wish I would have gone because it's just a good experience just to see other players and see where you match up compared to them and see what you need to work on and all that good stuff. And it's just a fun place to be.
That is so true. I wish I would have known Gold Crown was around when I was like growing up, because I feel like I was on that side of town a lot, but I didn't know that Gold Crown like even existed. So like I'm kind of the same boat as you. I wish I would have gotten more chances like that.
When was Gold Crown established?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. It might have been like, yeah, you want to look that up. It might have been like maybe close to 20 years ago, wow. Because Bill Hanslick, that former Nuggets player, I'll throw his picture up on the screen, but Bill Hanslick, he played in like the 80s or something like that. So I think he'd started it up like right after he retired.
He's been back around.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, like I think they have like a wall of like all those pictures and stuff of what they've been doing from the past. So I think it's been around for a minute.
Wow.
Did you find when they were established?
I'm looking. About us. That's probably.
Shout out to Gold Crown, by the way.
1986.
What?
Oh my God! Wow!
Whoa. By Bill Hanslick.
All right, 1986.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Oh well. Okay. Well, I'll bleep that part out. But but that's crazy. 1986. That's crazy. You mentioned Sam Howery. Okay. Now here's a question: would you rather lead your team in assists or lead your team in points per game? I want to know from both of y'all.
I'll go first. I think it depends on the team. I think if you have some guys around you that know how to score and can shoot, I think I'd rather do assists because then I'm just complimenting them. If there's guys on the team who aren't scoring or they're having an off day or something, I would try to take over and lead points.
Okay. Clay, let's see what you have to say on that.
I'd say assists. I don't know. Like me personally, at least, I like facilitating a lot more, at least when I'm playing pickup. But I think also like with growing up, watching the Warriors so much and the way that they facilitate, with Draymond, and you have Curry running all over the place off ball, and same with Thompson. It's just you're seeing the best type of passing basketball that there is because it's team-based. It's like it's balanced. It's not like John Stockton or Chris Paul where the ball's in their hands. Everything's flowing through them. Not that that's a bad thing. But I don't know. I think like a free-flowing offense is always really, really sweet. It's a really cool aesthetic, But I would personally like to average the most assists. I think that would be cool. Okay. Especially, too, like what Nick was saying, that was a smart answer in the sense that, it depends who you have on your team. If you have a bunch of guys who can't score, can't make a layup, you're going to have some problems, But if you're going to be a guy out there that's, happens to be dropping 20 a game at the same time, like, there's pros and cons to that.
True. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say I would want to score points per game. And here's the reason why. So I feel like if you're dishing out a whole bunch of assists, I feel like sometimes your teammates might not be able to create their own shot, So that means they're going to be relying on a whole bunch of like passes and stuff, which again isn't a bad thing. But if you can create your own shot and, put up 25, 30 points a game, that just draws the defense even more to you, which just naturally kind of opens up more assists. So that's kind of how I think of it. But you had a good point with the Warriors because they get a ton of assists per game, and they're still super successful. So I think it really depends on the group. If you have a whole bunch of shooters like the Warriors, then it makes it easy. Like I know people have been bashing them for the past couple like seasons, but still, like all their guys coming off the bench are like 30% shooters from three. Like, come on now. Like, that's like crazy good. Even Andrew Wiggins, like, didn't he average, like, above 30% this past season?
30's not really that good. And his league average is right around 36%. So if you're getting above 36%, 35, like, that's basically the benchmark that you're at in the league for three-point shooting. Anything below that's not really great. Andrew Wiggins specifically has always been teetering around, like, 34, 33% from three, which doesn't sound awful, but his field goal percentage is also, like, right around league average. So if you're not doing anything exceptionally well and you're asked to score 20 a game, like that's just going to be an inefficient offense at the heart,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, speaking of the NBA, this is going to be a smooth transition right here. Let's talk about the NBA preseason coming up. It's crazy to even say that because the finals just finished up, 3 months ago? Like, they literally got like the same summer break that you guys got. 3 months. It's like crazy. You should give me one team that you're excited to see and watch this season, and then one team that you think is just going to be terrible going into this season.
As always, I'm excited about the Raptors.
What?
Yeah, I'm a Raptors fan.
Last week, this man said D'Angelo Russell.
Him specifically. I don't like the Timberwolves. If he was on the Raptors,
Wait a second. He said D'Angelo Russell was his favorite player, and now you're coming out with the Toronto Raptors?
I like the Raptors.
Name 5 players on the Raptors. That's not Fred Van Vliet.
That's not Fred Van Vliet?
Or Pascal Siakam.
Well, man. They drafted Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
I'm very excited about him. There's from last year that I remember, Matt Thomas. Remember him? He's good.
Not there anymore, but
No. There's also I forgot his name, but he's on the Kings now.
I'm not helping you.
I don't remember his name.
All right, so that's 2 for 3.
It's 2 for 3.
It's like 1.5.
Vince Carter, DeMar DeRozan. Just kidding.
Stop it. Get some help.
Aaron Baines.
No.
They did.
His neck has nerve issues, so he can't play basketball for next year.
All right, I'm just gonna hand
What
this
does
up.
that mean?
I don't know. It's like really serious. Like his
No, wait.
His neck,
Wait.
They're like in pain. They're pinched. He has,
Okay,
like,
wait.
nerves in his neck.
Let's just qualify. I don't think it's funny that he has neck nerve issues.
No,
it's
terrible. It's terrible.
Terrible for the Raptors.
yeah. It's just the way you said it was funny. So that
I don't know, like neck nerves. I guess it's a weird phrasing. But no, Aaron Baines. I hope you get better. And I hope that if you are watching this, shout out to Aaron Baines. Make sure you have a speedy recovery, and I hope those pinched nerves in your neck are not lingering too much longer. I'm gonna name 4 more players in the Raptors just to spite you: OG Anunoby, Yuta Watanabe, Yuta Watanabe. Let's see.
He's the one like I dunked on by.
Chris Boucher.
Yep.
Oh, I do know him.
Chris Boucher. And let's see, one other guy. I'm picturing all these dudes, but I can't come up with the names right now. Oh, don't worry, I'll come up with one. Ooh.
Oh, Kyle Lowry.
He's not there anymore. He's in Miami. Oh, this is terrible. No, there's got to be another guy I can name. I'm like picturing all these guys. No Pascal Siakam, no OG Anunoby. Oh, they just signed Gary Trent Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other guy.
That was a good pickup.
That was a good pickup.
All right. Well, you saved Nick because
You did say hey,
he did not know 5 players from the Raptors.
I don't even know 5 players on the Nuggets. What the fuck? To be honest, I haven't been watching that very much.
I'll help educate you, man. I'll give you a rundown of the 12 man. Okay, as for teams, I'm excited for. I think I'm really excited for the Warriors. I mean, I grew up watching the Warriors, so I'm kind of biased, but their draft was really cool in the sense that they had 2 guys they got at 7 and 14 that, in my opinion, were top 8 guys. So I think that's huge that you get like a guy like Kuminga and Moses Moody who are wings. They've been stripped of wings for probably the better part of 3 years now, especially depth.
Yeah.
Once they signed Kevin Durant, like they really didn't recover bench-wise.
Yeah.
Their depth really struggled because they just didn't have the money to pay him. So Warriors will be really fun this year, especially with Thompson coming back too. Whenever that may be. It might
Shout out to Clay.
Might be in January when he comes back, but better late than never, right?
Yeah.
And for a team that's going to be really awful, Detroit's going to be really bad, but I want them to be. They're going to be fun at least. They're going to be fun, but they're going to be really bad.
You think they're going to be fun?
Yeah, I think they'll be fun. They got Cade. They got Sadiq Bey. He's a shooter. He might average like 20 a game for all we know. We got Killian Hayes, who might pop off this year. He just needs to figure out how to use his right hand, and yeah, that's the main thing, honestly. But yeah, no, the Detroit Pistons they're gonna be rough. But another team that's gonna be rough, I'll tell you what, the Sacramento Kings.
No.
Yeah, man.
My man De'Aaron Fox.
I love De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is awesome. He averaged 25 and 7 last year. Don't get me wrong, but it's the Kings, man. Like, look at their depth. Look at their 3-guard rotation. And look at, like, okay, Rashawn Holmes, fine. Harrison Barnes, fine. The other 3 guys, fine. Their bench, meh. Okay.
Where is Marvin Bagley at these days?
His dad's trying to get him traded.
His dad?
Like, his dad's publicly saying get him out of Sacramento. He's been saying that for months.
Is his dad his agent?
Apparently.
What?
Apparently, I don't know. But, no, Marvin Bagley's on, like, his stock's about as low as it could possibly get right now. He's just been injured, and he just hasn't been healthy, honestly. He's missed probably like 40% of all potential games he could be playing in his career. Yeah.
That's rough.
And it's not even despite the Kings either. Like, I like the Kings. I understand what they're doing. It's like a win-now move to get Davion Mitchell, but look at the rest of the environment in the West. You're not competing with that.
That's true. Well, they might be better than the Rockets. Speaking of which, who's your team that you think is going to be terrible?
I would probably have to say probably the Bulls, to be honest. I feel like the Bulls.
What?
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to put it together. No, I don't think so.
We need to do a segment of wild things that Coach Nick says, because this man...
He needs a depth chart.
D'Angelo Russell, the Raptors, the Bulls are going to be bad. Oh, God.
Who are on the Bulls?
2019, so maybe that's why I'm going on.
Tell me 3 players on the Bulls. Other than Zach LaVine. And they just...
Kobe White.
Okay, yeah.
Do they still got Jabari Parker?
No.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
I don't know where he is, to be honest. He's just kind of AWOL.
I thought he was hurt.
He's Jabari Parker. He's always hurt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Patrick Williams. They still have him?
Got 2 guys. I believe you.
And they still got Saturansky.
No.
Damn.
Saturansky.
They still got Chris Dunn.
No.
See, this is all old to me. I haven't
Well, the old-
updated my 2K roster
The old
yet.
Nuggets man, he's there now. So
for
they
real?
changed house, yeah. And
Oh.
Probably like 80% of the roster is turned over.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Well,
They still got Joakim Noah.
Sit the fuck down.
He's out of the league.
I'm just playing.
Oh my god! Like,
a segment of wild things that Coach Nick says.
There's only been like 2 so far. Maybe 3.
I want you to Google right now the Bulls roster. Google right now. We're gonna throw their pictures up on. Oh, don't spoil it for him. Don't spoil it for him. Throw their pictures up on the screen right now. Future offer, because this man said Joakim Noah. A team that I think is going to be terrible. Unpopular opinion, but I think it's going to be true. The New Orleans Pelicans, boo are going to be horrible.
damn.
Tell who are we relying on? Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe's not on the team anymore.
Oh, wow.
Man, y'all are just exposing yourselves.
I actually coach basketball. Yeah.
The Bulls are gonna be decent.
Man, this man,
Yeah, they're
wild,
probably,
yo.
They're probably making top 6 East.
They got Caruso.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did get AC, and he's bald now.
They got Stanley.
Throw the
Johnson.
picture up there.
They got Matt Thomas. Started on the Raptors.
Hmm?
He's gonna be good. They're probably gonna win it now. Actually, now that they have Matt Thomas.
But wait. I said Eric Bledsoe. Where's he at?
He got traded. He got traded to the Grizzlies, and then
Why?
So he got traded to the Grizzlies as part of a package for Valanciunas. So they sent Bledsoe, Steven Adams, and I believe a first-round pick and something else for Valanciunas to go to New Orleans. And then Bledsoe got traded. And then Bledsoe got traded again, in part of the Pat Beverly deal, to the Clippers.
Well, that's good.
And then Pat Beverly got dumped to the Timberwolves.
He did.
Yeah, he's in the Timberwolves now. He's in Minnesota.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. No, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's
They
great.
need a guy like that, man. Their defense is terrible.
Okay, I think
They need a guy that just pisses people off. Like I'm not even kidding.
Carl Anthony Towns isn't gonna do it.
Yeah, you need Pat Beverly to start screaming at him, being like, "Man, get it together," you know. But like honestly, those type of guys like Draymond's, Pat Beverly's, offhand I'm blanking on other guys, but you know, like guys that just are, I don't know, we consider as like dogs almost. Like just they're gonna like grind. They're gonna dive for loose balls. They're gonna make hustle plays. They're gonna get in your face. They're gonna instigate. Like, you know, those are the guys that honestly win you on the margins in so many games, especially in playoffs.
True. All right, I can see that. I still think the Pelicans are going to be trash.
Why do you think they're gonna be so bad though?
They don't really have a point guard that can help out Zion like that anymore.
Kind of like Devontae Graham.
It's not that I don't like him, but he's a scoring point guard. He wants to score.
He averaged like 7 assists, didn't he?
What wasn't he in Charlotte? Yeah, he had to because his teammates were garbage before LaMelo got there. Just saying. So I feel like Devontae Graham is a scoring point guard. They still have Brandon Ingram, B.I., who is a scoring forward. He needs the ball in his hands. Like, he's not doing much off a catch and shoot. He can, but he wants the ball in his hands.
That's true.
They still have Steven Adams.
No. Remember I told you the trade?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They have Valanciunas, that's
Okay, well, it's Steven Adams 1.5. So, like, it's a downgrade.
At least he can shoot.
I guess.
Steven Adams has like. That was a terrible idea. I don't know what they're.
Wait, who's the new coach?
It might be Willie Green, who is a former assistant with the Suns.
Ooh, that could be decent.
I think it's Willie Green. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, just throw up a photo. But I'm pretty sure it's Willie Green. Yeah, former Suns assistant. I forget where he's been before, but I've heard he's a really good players coach. He's really good at just relating to the players, you know, and getting the best out of everyone on an emotional level, and then that, in effect, turns into success in the court. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I still think the Pelicans are going to be trash. Another transition. Let's move into NBA offseason workouts. Some guys that you've noticed during the offseason that have impressed you, caught your eye. I already know mine is Jason Tatum. Throwing that photo up there for sure. This man is yoked now. Pause. But this man is yoked now. Like, this dude is really put in the work in the offseason in the weight room.
Probably got a random drug test afterwards too, like De'Aaron Fox.
Probably.
Shout out to random drug tests, but no, but for real, guys who have impressed you during the off season with their workouts, go.
I don't know. I really like Kevin Porter Jr. I think he's gonna be good. I've just seen a lot of his workouts. I think he's gonna be something. I think he's in Houston, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah. So I think he has plenty of potential to work on his game with who he has around him and everything. So I'm excited about him.
All right, Clay.
Well, okay, for starters, that was a really good pick. Also, if you're a bettor, bet on most improved player being Kevin Porter Jr. The odds are not in your favor, and you're going to win a lot of money if you do it, if he wins. Put $10 down, you probably win like 90. I'm just saying.
This video is sponsored by DraftKings. I'm playing. It's not sponsored by DraftKings.
No,
Go ahead.
But a player that's impressed me this offseason, I'll say Jared Butler. He hasn't played in the NBA yet, but he played at Baylor, as we know, with the championship team. And he was supposed to go he was probably like a top 20 guy, I would say, as like a 6'3" combo guard. But he had a medical issue with his heart. So I forget if it was an irregular heartbeat or something like that, but basically he dropped all the way down to like 40 or 42. Utah Jazz picked him up. And he's just a really shifty player, and man, he just has been really exciting this offseason. He's been going to runs and just dominating guys. So, Jared Butler, keep that name in mind.
Okay. Well, let's talk about playoff chances from all three players that we mentioned. Mine's Jason Tatum, Kevin Porter Jr., Jared Butler. Who do you think has the better chance of making the playoffs?
Mine. Utah Jazz.
Over the Celtics?
Yeah, man, they were an 8th seed last year, weren't they?
Yeah, but that was pre-Jason Tatum getting yoked. So I feel like Jason Tatum is about to hit this Mamba. Shout out to Kobe behind me. This Mamba mentality. Like, he put in the work in the offseason, just how Mike and Kobe did in order to make their bodies stronger, more able to take contact and everything. And now he knows that he's the man. He's gotten paid like he's the man. I feel like he's just about to dominate. Like, get it out of my way, Jaylen Brown, all these other guys. Like, this is my team.
Which team's going to be higher in the playoffs, or just?
Let's say that. Yeah, let's say that.
I would have to agree then. Utah.
Overall record.
I would say the Jazz. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
In the West?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
How do you think they're
Who's
coming
gonna
back? Okay, how do you think that the Celtics are going to come back from an 8th seed, right? It was 8th seed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to come back from that. Okay, sure, maybe able to make the plan, but I don't think there's any feasible way that they're going to be over the Jazz, who have the reigning defensive player of the year. Donovan Mitchell, who's getting better every offseason. And then you got those complementary shooters who, sure, they're not anything crazy special like Bogdanovich or Ingles, but, at the same time, like, they're consistent, and they kind of age like fine wine, like they're IQ guys who are not super athletic,
I can see that.
And the only reason I'm negative about the Celtics is just because it's a new coach. Brad Stevenson's in the front office now. That honestly, all that might be better for all we know. It's just we don't know yet.
True.
And Dennis Schroeder is the starting point guard. We really feel strongly about that.
Now wait a second. Let's not hate on my man Dennis.
He's fine.
My man Dennis
They're
can.
acting like they're a top 3 playoff team, man.
Well, but they're in the East too. The only teams they really have to worry about.
Brooklyn
And Toronto.
What? Miami?
You're telling me they're better than all 3 of those teams?
They're better than Miami.
I don't know.
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
All Miami has.
Right there with them.
What? Yeah. Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, and Bam Adebayo, who can't shoot.
Yeah, but the
No!
Yeah.
No!
You don't need to have your center be shooting all the time, though.
Bam literally can only do pick and roll from the free throw line.
That's
And
all
he's
they need.
excellent at it.
That's all they need.
Yeah, that's what they needed last year, and they couldn't score. Looking like 80s, 90s basketball, 70 points, 80 points a game.
Hey, you got Kyle Lowry now, though?
Yeah, they do got Kyle Lowry. He's good.
Kyle
From the Raptors.
Lowry will make this man
See
with
what
the
I mean? Talk
Raptors.
yourself into it.
No, he will make a difference. He will make a difference.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler.
Okay, no, they got Kyle Lowry, so they're holding Hero back. If they really wanted Hero to like expand, they should have let him be the starting point guard. Because right now he's playing like a 2. He can't really play point unless Lowry is on the bench.
I think what they're doing right now. So, what's his name? The point guard who was there, who is now in the Lakers. Nunn, Kendrick Nunn. He's gone.
He went to the Lakers?
Yeah, he got signed by the Lakers for a 2-year deal.
That's a great pickup.
So he's gone. But like, I honestly think Dragic is on the Toronto Raptors now too. He got traded.
Oh, good.
So like, honestly, what you're saying, Tyler Hero might be the point guard at the backup this year.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
You know?
I didn't know about those trades. So
Yeah.
okay.
But I could be wrong though.
Lakers get Westbrook too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lakers acquisitions. They have by far the oldest team in the entire league, though.
Yeah.
Like, probably 2/3 of their starters are like 32 or older.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. I think the biggest loss for the Lakers was Alex Caruso. I honestly think that was their biggest loss this offseason. Kendrick Nunn is a good, like, second rotation point guard, but not as good as Alex Caruso, in my opinion. Like, he knows their system already. He's been in LA. Albeit, Nunn was in Miami, so it's, like, similar in terms of, like, city life and, like, you know, like, that scene and everything. But, I don't know. I feel like them losing Alex Caruso was a little rough. They still have THT, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Lakers
telling
are
you
going to
this,
be
I
tough.
like him. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this, though. Y'all Laker fans better get ready for Malik Monk. He's going to be your new favorite guy. That's all I got to say.
Wait, they got Malik Monk, too?
On a minimum.
Oh, my God. The
y'all guys-
Lakers. Wow. Okay. They are obviously favorites going into this season.
Fun fact. When he played 28 or more minutes a game, he averaged, I believe, 20 and 6. And he only did it like 6 or 7 times this season. But I'm just saying, Charlotte let one go. They didn't need to.
Yeah, I don't know what shot. Oh, they were making room for Jello. My man Jello got signed. I thought all three of our offseason picks were good. Kevin Porter Jr., yeah, he's definitely going to be nice. His team is horrible, but it's just like.
Oh, you want to talk about that trade? I can talk about that trade.
Oh, let's hear it. This is informative time with Coach Clay. We have wild time.
You
Wait,
gotta put like a little like thing that comes up that says like
a little banner.
time.
Informative time with Coach Clay. Last week it was Amazon. This week we're talking about the Rockets.
We're talking about Tillman Fertitta, the cheap owner that decided to screw over the team. That's what we're talking about.
Going great.
Hey, bro.
Let's hear it.
Well, okay, here's the thing, right? So they could have gotten Victor Oladipo, they could have gotten Karis LeVert, they could have gotten Jarrett Allen, but they didn't want any of those guys because they didn't want to pay them. And now look at their depth charts. And now look at the confusion. And granted, I will say this. A few of the guys from the Step-In, Ross Holman and Cole Zwicker, shout out to you guys if you're watching this. They're currently scouting for the Rockets. And I was a really big fan of their draft acquisitions. So maybe they're fine. But as for the trade, I don't know what happened. Maybe Tillman Fertitta is just cheap. That's what I keep hearing. Because, like, if you get Jared Allen, you know, look at Cleveland. They just paid him, what, 20 a year for 5 years, so like 100 over 5 for a rim-running center. So, you know, take that as you will. Victor Oladipo's injured all the time, so, you know, who knows with that one as well. But Karis LeVert, I think that was the one that they should have capitalized on. But who knows? Maybe it won't be that big of a deal. But when you have a guy like James Harden who's a perennial MVP candidate, you know, you should probably get your money's worth.
Man, Clay out here dropping bombs. We are definitely making that a segment, informative time with Coach Clay. And then at the beginning, we will have wild, crazy talk from Coach
time.
Nate. Wild time with Coach. Speaking of nonchalant, someone who looked nonchalant last night, Mr. Tom Brady. The NFL started back up last night, Thursday Night Football. So to all my football fans out there, or to all my dual athletes who play basketball and football, I know that you guys are excited. Tom Brady is 42.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Like 42 years old. This man out here looking like he's in his mid-30s face-wise, and he's still playing like he's in his 20s. Like, this guy is, like, unbreakable. He is, like, the definition of longevity in sports. Him, LeBron, Udonis Haslem. Do your research because he's been in the league for, like, 20-something years. But these guys are just excellent examples of longevity in sports. So I want to know from you guys, what are some ways that you think can help prolong an athlete's career?
As far as basketball, not jumping, I would say. Do you remember Andre Miller? You remember Andre Miller? He was in the league for a while, but he never jumped. You ever notice that? His layups, he would just run through them and just like drop it in. He never jumps. His shots were all set shots. He never took a three. He just never jumped, and he was in the league for a minute.
I need to find film of that. I'm gonna put
Andre Miller, yeah. If you can find one of his layups, he just kind of like runs through it and just kind of scoops it up.
Give me the Andre Miller layup.
Yeah, you'll be playing for a while. But yeah, I think just taking care of your body, recovery is huge, and warm up. I think warm up and recovery, because yeah, I have a bad tendency of doing that. I just walk in the gym and start playing, and I can definitely feel the difference compared to when I stretch and warm up a little. So definitely warm up, definitely recover. Ice baths are good for me. I think. Yeah, I think it depends on person to person, like what helps you recover, depending on your muscles and everything. But that's my answer.
All right, Clay, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think everything Nick said, I could probably just repeat, but, you know, like, that's just the fact, you know, warm-ups, ice baths, recovery properly, like, you know, those are just important things. Those are baselines you have to have. Eating healthy, too, you know, like eating the right foods. You know, you're not going to want to run a marathon after eating a bunch of donuts, but if you eat some bananas before, you know, get some potassium in your body, you know, it'll help you from cramping up, stuff like that, you know. But for longevity,
donuts.
For longevity too, it kind of depends on what the team's doing. Like, for example, Sean Livingston, like, he had that gruesome injury back when he was at the Clippers. You know, like, his leg was on the border of getting amputated, and you know, they had to do that repair, and they thought he wasn't going to play again. But he came back with the Warriors, or at least a little bit down the line. He came back with the Warriors, you know, and they were capping him at like 18 minutes a game. That was the cap, you know. And it worked. You know, he got to play for quite a few more seasons. So it's on you, but if you're at that level too, it also depends on what the team wants, because they have ultimate control of how much you're playing and how much risk you have.
Those are all really good points. However, let's have controversial question time with Coach A. Just how we had the IG hiker post.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Another one of these.
What are your thoughts on McDonald's and other fast food before games for athletes? Specifically basketball, because we run a lot, because I have opinions on this. Let's hear them. Mickey D's.
I think you have to order the right thing.
What is the right thing at McDonald's?
I would say maybe if you're there for breakfast, maybe some hash browns, some potatoes.
So do it the same thing?
Maybe.
This man said hash browns and potatoes. You said the
No, I
same
mean,
thing.
saying hash browns are potatoes.
Oh, okay.
My fault.
Give me two of the same
I
thing,
work it
please.
Can I get a hash brown? And then, do you guys have any potatoes?
I'm gonna raw potato. I'm gonna take a bite like an apple.
Ew.
Oh my god. All right, Clay, we got to hear your opinions on this. McDonald's before a game.
Oh yeah, I'm all in. I don't know. I mean, it kind of depends what you do. Like, if you're eating a McGriddle like 45 minutes before a game, that's probably a terrible idea. But if it's like, you know, 2.5 hours beforehand, you got time to digest. You know, don't make it the only thing you eat. You know, like, you know, don't get a McGriddle and fries and McNuggets and then a high C. Like, at least get a banana or, you know, an apple, some fiber. You know. So I would say, like, if you are gonna do McDonald's before, I'm gonna do a compromise. Yes, McDonald's is awesome, but please have some fruit or vegetables along with that, chaotic meal.
So I think what Clay is trying to say is diversify your plate.
Yes.
You have your greens, and then you have, there you go, the food pyramid. Greens, sweets, starches, protein, whatever. What else is on
I'm not a
there?
dietitian. I don't know.
Proteins. And then fats in the middle.
I don't know. You guys put up a-
I think McDonald's for an athlete is actually A-okay as long as it's in moderation and that you're not overindulging on it. Because you can even overindulge on protein, and that's bad for you. You know.
Creatine.
Ooh. See, Clay's out here pulling the big punches, yo.
My roommates take it, man. They don't even drink coffee. They just take pre-workout for mornings. Like,
What?
bro, your heart's gonna explode. What are you doing, man?
Oh my God, pre-workout? I don't know if I could do that.
C4. You had C4?
I don't.
I had C4 before a basketball game once, and I almost dunked that game on somebody. Believe it or not. I was running up and down, fastest I ever moved. I was like 2 for 18, though, from the field, so I don't recommend that.
Oh my God. C4, yo. Wow.
I only had half the bottle, too.
Yes, longevity in sports, moderation is key, especially when it comes to those food groups that may or may not be as healthy for you. So definitely keep that in mind, and you can eventually look like Tom Brady. That is the whole point of that segment right there. Hoops Academy is coming out with some new mic drop merch. That's right. New merch is on the way. I know, it's crazy. I would throw up a little thing on there, but I want to keep it a surprise, so I'm not going to spoil it or anything like that. But new merch. This is some old merch. You guys can't really see it. But it says Covey. I'm too tall for that. All right. It says Covey, GG, Chadwick, and then Hoops Academy at the bottom. Also, Nipsey's on there, too. So we got a whole bunch of new merch coming your way, different colors. I will admit, me and Coach Nick had fun doing a lot of T-shirts last year. That was
Oh, yeah.
that was an experience. So we've learned from our mistakes, and our merch is going to be better than before.
See, I'm going to ask you guys like kind of more of a serious question.
Okay.
All right. I heard this on like a podcast a while ago, and it's kind of stuck with me. And I usually ask my friends this and stuff. But if you woke up tomorrow morning and you had like $100 million in your bank account, well, we'll say $100 billion, so you don't even have to worry about money. You just woke up, $100 billion, yeah, like you are set for money for life.
Jeff Bezos hours.
What would you do with your life, like tomorrow? If you woke up, saw that money, and it's all yours, like what would you do tomorrow? And for the rest of your life.
You want to go first?
Either or, I don't really mind.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if I have an incomprehensible amount of money, I'd like at least do my part to get some running water to some communities that need it. I think like just helping out third world nations that don't have a lot of the things that we take for granted, like water, electricity, heat. Yeah, there's a lot of power vacuums in society where it's just like, you know, you get all the tax money going to the wrong people in like a lot of different nations around the world. You know, so if there's a way to help out people that really are unable to find justice, whether the laws there are not to protect them, whether it's just corrupt government, or they just don't have the infrastructure and the funds to really do it, I would say, like, again, the main thing is just like gain water to people, gain power to people, you know, gain them a baseline that's steady, you know, so that they're not having to walk 5 miles just to get a drink of water, or, you know, having to, you know, I don't really know. Like, for example, Alex Honnold, he's like a really professional rock climber for North Face, and he started a fund where basically like a bunch of the money he makes from events, he'll put into a billion solar panels in Africa, you know, to, again, it's like get that baseline. Like, they have some power, they have some internet, you know, like simple things that we take for granted. So I would do that.
I like that. That's dope. All those humanitarian efforts. I think for me, I would not change the way that I live. Like, I wouldn't move out of here. I'd just stay here. Only people I would change their lifestyle would be my mom, probably some siblings that I have. I won't say who, just in case they're watching. And Well, of course, Hoops Academy, and then you guys too. I definitely give you guys a shit ton of money. But yeah, I would not change my lifestyle. I'd still live here. I would still drive the same car. I might just soup it up a little bit. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm kind of simple that way too. Like, I'm not, kind of how you were saying, like, I'm not really big on like needing to like show or be super flashy or anything like that. So
Would you guys still work like same jobs and everything?
oh hell yeah. I would still do like Hoops Academy basketball and stuff like that. Absolutely. I would go on like more trips, I guess, but like I would still keep a normal job.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. For me, also, I'm an outdoor enthusiast, so if I can just get a van and bum around, it'd be pretty fun. Not gonna lie. I don't know. Get like a 70K Sprinter van, mod it out, have a little kitchen in there, you know.
Nice.
Drive around wherever you want.
A little basketball hoop that comes off the back.
Yeah, exactly. So you're thinking ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But yeah, I'd say just keeping it simple. You know, nothing too complex.
All right, I have one last quick hitter. This one actually just came to me. Yo,
Lord.
this is not
Big ol'
serious
smile.
at all.
Uh-oh. He's got a big old smile on his face. I'm a little scared.
Oh my god. All right. We're creating you guys a Tinder profile.
Oh god, I knew it was.
What is your bio going to say and why? Emojis and everything.
Oh my.
Let's hear it.
I don't know. I would probably I'd probably leave my bio just empty and just leave
No,
it just
you're
leave it
one
up
of
to
those.
it's just
You're
it's,
one of those.
it's mysterious.
Mysterious Bahia.
It's for the person on the other side to decide what they think I'm gonna say.
Just like a picture of a rock or something.
Mhm.
Like a picture of like a water bottle.
I would try to keep it as mysterious as I could. Maybe like one like serious photo of me just like looking in the camera, and then just like pictures of like random things, like a rock and a pillow and stuff like that.
Hey,
How many likes do you
Thinking
think you're
ahead.
gonna get off of that?
Off the rock or the bio or
off the rock.
Off your whole profile, yo. I feel like you might get 2.
that's a mystery. I guess we'll never find out.
Untapped potential. All that untapped potential. I don't know, my bio. I don't know. I'll just keep it basic here for a fun time.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
Oh god!
No, I'm playing. I don't use dating apps though, man. Like I don't know. Like I'm not in that game. I'm not in that hemisphere of reality. Yeah. What's a good bio?
Emojis in it?
Do you?
I'm asking, dude.
I never really put emojis. At least when I did it in the past. Yeah, I don't know. I remember one time though. Here's a funny story. This isn't like a pro tip or anything though. No, this isn't like. It's not that crazy. It's just one time my bio. I just made it spaghetti themed. Like my whole profile was just different types of pasta, and I wanted to bait people. I was like, all right, I got some orzo. I got some spaghetti, some orzo. No, I got like a few matches, but nothing happened after that. So newsflash too. I hate to burst your bubbles. Don't buy Oreos.
What?
No, I have to say it though, because like the company basically was mandating.
Nabisco.
Yeah, they were basically mandating that workers work minimum 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week or more.
Oh.
Yeah, so like basically, for context, like in China, right, they had this policy back before they changed it called the 996, and it was basically from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. And that's what Nabisco was trying to do to their staff, and they weren't getting them anymore. They weren't paying them anymore. They weren't giving any more health benefits. So I just wanted to let everyone know, don't buy anything from Nabisco. Those guys are evil, and there's right now a strike from thousands of their workers. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm popping off. I'm getting political.
I have a
Don't buy them
question.
at Whole Foods, right? Especially.
I don't think they do.
Well, wait. I have a question.
Thins, Oreos.
Chips Ahoy, those are
Cheez-Its?
I don't know about cheese. Chips Ahoy, yeah, you can't buy Chips Ahoy.
No.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Just Remember, every time you buy Chips Ahoy, you know that their workers are getting destroyed by the corporation.
This dude, Nick thinks that shit's funny.
I'm sorry.
Bro, they literally made $5.4 billion more than the previous year, and we expect them to like not treat their workers with a little more respect and dignity. No, come on, get out of here, Nabisco.
Oh, all right.
I killed Amazon, and now I'm killing Nabisco.
I have a question though.
Corporate vengeance.
I have a question though. What are these workers doing exactly? Because does it really take that much to make an Oreo?
Yeah, isn't it all like?
Bro, that's not the point though. Like, you want to work 12 hours a day for 6 days?
No.
a week?
No, of course not. But my question is, what are they doing at work?
What do you mean? They're making Oreos.
Do they like put them together? So you're
What?
telling me they
What?
have a
Oreo
lady
worker? I
that
don't
like
know.
puts the frosting on and then snaps.
Yeah, it's like assembly line stuff. Like, it's very repetitious.
No,
It has to be
they
a-
take two little
You seen
black
how it's
pieces of
made?
cookie and then put the cream in between.
Yeah.
No.
People do that.
Those are like
Or
perfectly
machines.
sectioned every time. That has to be a machine that like.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's probably like a machine. They're probably people operating machines.
I don't
Do
know.
they?
On
Maybe
how
like-
it's made, they just go.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? You
Here
seen
and
that?
So, just a reminder, things to remember from this podcast. Make sure that you look out for the NBA coming up here, preseason. Check out some of those off-season workouts if you haven't already. Prep 250 is this weekend,
Sunday, 3 to 8 p.m.
for the guys. The girls are in the morning, by the way, 8 to 12. So if you're interested in girls basketball, that's in the morning. But shout out to our guys, Alex and Jack. They're signed up in that showcase. We're excited to see them play.
Ethan's in it too. Ethan Berninger as well.
Ooh, a whole bunch of our Dakota guys out there. Trevor Fuller too, I think.
Oh yeah, Trevor. Well, yeah, I think Trevor's in it.
Yeah. So, shout out to all you guys. Longevity in sports. Remember, moderation is key, especially when it comes to diet. And then, final takeaway: we know that Coach Clay likes spaghetti for his Tinder profile, and then Nick likes rocks, pillows, water
And
buffaloes,
other random things.
Miscellaneous items. Yes.
miscellaneous items.
There you go.
Oh, man. All right. This is another episode of the HA Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you guys again next week. All right. And until then, have a good day.